Hello, friends. Flippin' Trips here. We are playing some 5 cent, 10 cent, no limit cash hold'em. We're probably gonna be playing. My goal is to play up for until one of three things happen. One, I lose $20, which is about $30. If I lose $30, which is 300 big blinds, then I stop the session because I'll be going on tilt. If I win more than $20, so I go up 200 big blinds, I stop. Or if we're just like cruising along and we hit 30 minutes, then I'll stop. So we are getting 210 offsuit in the big blind. This is a fine defend at this point in time. Not a great flop, but I do have a backdoor nut low flush draw. Quite an aggressive lead out from Robin. I think there are better spots for me to 3-bet, so I'll let it go. Why is my HUD not working? We're gonna take a brief moment to set up my HUD. Oh, there it is. Sick. Okay. Under the gun raise, King Jack offsuit. I think calling here is a mistake, but we'll see. I guess we check. We can check call one street, I think. That's pretty easy check call. Not a great turn card either. I mean, we have the best hand. That's a really big size up from the... What does that mean? How do you go from, like, nothing to something? I feel like I'm getting outplayed here. I don't know what you would have, though. I mean, he has a lot of Queen X in his range, right? This is probably, like, a super nitty fold, but... I mean, he did... he could have just also had, like, ace high and was betting for value / protection, like a flush draw. And I still can't beat a flush draw, so... We'll do a small raise with the suited connectors on the button. Did not expect to get 3-bet, but call it off. Do hit bottom pair or middle pair with a backdoor flush draw. I don't think he has like a lot of jacks in his range though that he would be 3-betting with, unless he has exactly pocket jacks and he was 3-betting with it, in which case that'd just be the grossest thing ever. Right, it'd just be so sick if he was just 3-betting with pocket jacks and he just got there. Anything other than jacks, I think I win, right? Okay, you just said ace jack. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Not a bad way to start off this session. Not a bad way to start this session at all. I'm already halfway to my goal. God damn. Weesh. I started playing cash games more often now. Like, I started looking at cash games because I was doing really bad. I was like on a massive downswing with tournaments. I was down like $400 in terms of tournaments, and I'm not playing like high stakes tournaments either. I'm playing like low stakes, like $3 to $20 in that range. So like I was on like not a massive downswing, but for me like it was a pretty big downswing. Like a 20 tournaments without a cash. I went on Global Poker the other day because I finally did my whole like show them your ID to prove that you're a legal gambling adult or whatnot. And I did do a min cash. I got a min cash in one of their MTTs, which was pretty nice. It was a free roll, so I was like whatever, but it was like a whole like 0.75, which I don't even know like the dollars to... Did I? No, okay. I don't know what they're like. I think they're like SC ticket things is like $1 per ticket, I think, maybe, I don't know, but like I'm gonna assume that like it's roughly equivalent to $1 per ticket. So like I won like a whole 75 cents from that. So it's like, it was a cash though. It was a cash, and I was excited for it because it was the first cash since in a long time. Yeah, from a tournament. We'll just call here. No sense to go crazy with the profits. This seems to be a board that would hit my range fairly good. So I am going to do a sneaky little check raise. And it works. Because, like, what does he have on that type of board? If you look at his range, when he's raising in middle position like that, he's going to have a lot of big cards. So I'm guessing he had something like Ace-Jack, Ace-King, Ace-Queen, King-Jack, King-Queen, something like that. In which case, he completely missed that flop. And while I didn't have a whole lot either, then it's fine. Now, when it goes raise, 3-bet, cold 3-bet, you know your 6-3 offsuit's no good. So I got no problem just mucking that right now. And call. Okay. Alright. We would have hit middle pair, or bottom pair actually, but with an ace on the board, like, you know one of these players has an ace. Like, you just know it. So at that point in time, you're really just trying to hit that trips on the turn or river, and that is like what, a 7% chance of hitting a 3, assuming that no other player folded a 3. So a little bit of aggression, and David takes it down, which is very nice. So limps in. I'll limp in with the Queen 10 offsuit too. It's an okay hand, and I'm assuming David is a really aggressive player, so I assume he would be leading a lot in that spot too. And I wouldn't hate facing a raise, but I would hate facing a re-raise. So limping there, I think, is the best strategy. Now I am open-ended, but I am going to just check, play a little bit of slow ball. Now I am going to take a stab at this if nobody else wants it. Now this could be a spot to where David wants to check raise, because this would be hitting both of their ranges fairly wide. But the reason why I went for that on the turn was not only did I have equity against a lot of made hands and even some draws on that board, right? So like, let's go back here and take a look at this. Assuming even if one of these players had a 9, right, which they didn't, but if they did, if I would have hit a jack, I would have been able to outdraw them. But David especially seems to be a very hyper-aggressive player. And when a hyper-aggressive player checks twice, like, that's a tell normally that they don't have anything. And even then, 20 cents, I'm fine with getting check raised and then just having to fold that. Like, it would have sucked, obviously. It's not what I'm going for, but I would have been okay with that. I think it's fine to go for another continuation bet on this board. It does seem really dry, and I do have draws available to me. Now maybe Tremblick? Whatever this guy is. Maybe he'll do the same move that I did, which was a check raise. But he doesn't. I'm trying to think of what hands he would call me with and then continue with. Let's go for a 50 cents bet. And that was an insta call. Alright. I'll slow down. Now this is where you should go for like, that's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Okay, let's walk through his range. Definitely has a lot of kings in his range. And probably like one pair hands, I'm guessing. Like maybe he had just like king 7, which improved to 2 pair. I'm thinking he has like a lot of just like 9x hands, 7x hands. So unfortunate, but let it go. Maybe he just had like an overpair too. He was 3-betting with like an overpair, so he had like jacks or queens or tens, and he wasn't fearing anything, so even if I had an overpair, so there were a lot of hands that just completely crushed me, so I have no problem letting that go. What a sick flop though, right? Just ace queen nine, just like, that's a crazy good flop for somebody. Or maybe it's a crazy bad flop for both players. Like, that'd be amazing. Like, to think that ace queen nine all clubs was a bad flop for somebody. But a bit of aggression and life is hard, folks. Takes it down. So, seeing a lot of river bets, either for value or for bluffs. Not really sure, but it's something to definitely keep note of, as we are up a little over 50 big blinds. Let's take a gander. We are up 75 bigs, which is nice. After getting that nice healthy double up with the 9-8 hand. Flopping trips, it's hard. It's hard. 5-8. This is like what, 3 big blinds? It flops okay, so I'll make the call. This might just be a check fold, because I missed completely, unless I hit a 9 on the turn. Didn't hit a 9 on the turn. Hit a 10 though. Do I take a stab at this? Nope. Robin 999 taking a stab at it. This could be a spot to check raise. This could be not really check. This just could be a spot to raise, but he does have a lot of 10s and jacks in his range, as well as flush draws, and I would have literally just been doing this with complete error. So it sucks, but I'm gonna pick better spots to check raise when I have a better edge, I think. So let it go. He does decide to check though, which is interesting after making that bet. So it does look like he was trying to steal. Or maybe he's trying to induce a bluff, as he does decide to go for it, but unfortunately, it looked like he was trying to trap there. If you look at that. He had both players had a jack. Unfortunately, life is hard. Hit Jin with that turn, giving him a full house. That is a huge raise. That is like, what, a 5? Oh, it was a 3-bet. So that's actually a really small 3-bet. Super small 3-bet. I would not at all fold for 2 big blinds more. Like, if you're gonna 3-bet somebody, you gotta make it bigger. But he takes it down, so I guess is what it is. And do I play the Jake Cody hand? The 10-4 suited? It's like barely a min raise. I'll limp in with it, sure. I'll splashy splash with that. I want to take a gander at my stats though for a hot second. Where is that hand? Whoo-wee, what a flop. Did he really? I mean, like, what, you 3-bet? I don't believe you. Now I'm inclined to believe him. Wow, come on. That is... I mean, if he wants to get to showdown, that's cool. He had an 8. Unfortunate, so I could have bluffed him off of it probably if I showed a little bit more aggression, but at that point in time, he could have easily just been slow playing a flush, that, like a lower flush, like something like 7-6 or something like that. I don't even know if there was a 7 or 6 on the board, but just like a mid flush that with the 4th club out there just gets crushed by this, like the random king or ace X of clubs. So checking there was the safer play. And obviously, if I knew his exact hand, I could have easily blown him off. But I didn't. So, and that's okay. That is okay. I'm looking for a very particular hand, though. A hand that I don't see. That is a 3-bet. Jack 10 of clubs flops pretty well though, so I'm fine calling there. I do hit top pair. Am I gonna stack this guy again? I feel so bad if I stack this guy twice. No, I won't. That's a lie. I'm just in check call mode at this point in time. Flush hits the board. That's unfortunate. He does check really quickly, so I think I can discount flushes from his range. I guess I can go for some thin value on the river. Hope to get called by a worse jack. Which there are definite. I don't think he has a worse jack in his range though. So I don't stack him, but I do win a decent pot, which is sick. Did I get a text message? No, I missed a call. Who the hell is calling me? Let me oh, here it is. Here's the hand. So I am still down $27 somehow. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. So we are up almost 100 bigs, which is great. About halfway through our session. Really super unprofessional with just me pulling up my HUD in the middle of it and just like, here. I mean, not really. Like, take a look at my stats. Like, I've been on a bit of a, this is what I really want to see. Like, I've been on such a bad downswing. Like, look at that. Wow, okay. Maybe, I thought I was losing a lot more, or my total losses was a lot more. Maybe it changed. And I thought my, I didn't think my EV big blind per 100 was this bad either. I thought, like, I knew it was in the negative, but I thought it was like negative 20, not negative 38. That's actually really bad. It's actually really bad. For some reason, I gained like $200, but lost like 20 big blinds. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I'll take it, right? Right? $200 losing 20 big blinds per 100 per hour. EV big blinds per 100 per hour. You get $200 back. I don't even know what I was thinking. That was a 7 deuce offsuit. What a hit top pair though. Wow. If that was a 2 though, if those were 2s, imagine the hero call. Just like not even paying attention, just like, sure, let's splash around. Easy check call. This board misses a lot of his range. Although I don't think he has it in him to call the second barrel though. I think this might get it done. No? Take it back, he does. He got balls of steel. And there it is, the all you can eat. Can't take it. Can't take it. To be fair, I don't even think I could call that. And I would have had a top at that point in time. It's so easy to have a queen. He does decide to raise. Easiest 3-bet of my life. Pop it up to 90. What's that? 9. Yeah, that's a decent enough. That's a decent enough raise. Ace king. Block the aces, block the kings. Could just be raising with so much junk and so much better hands. Although he has been playing kind of tight. I don't know. It looks like he's been raising kind of tight, or playing kind of tight, only playing like what? 3 out of 19 hands? But ace king's just too good to not 3-bet at this point in time. And like, if he jams on me, I call it off, and it's gonna be a flip at that point in time, because he probably has like a small pocket pair. But nope, he does decide to fold. which is great for me. I will take the free dead money. Was that 25 cents that he had? I'll take it. Maybe I could have gotten a lot more if I would have slow played a little bit more, but I also had the possibility of missing a flop. So, or maybe he was just playing light, you know, raising light and just trying to see what he can catch. But who knows? Who knows? It's got about 10 minutes left of our session. See if we can make it to 100 big blinds at the end of the session. Gotta start making a little bit of moves if I want that to happen, but I also don't want to risk my profit at this point in time too, like unnecessarily. And these people seem to be really aggressive, so I don't want to get too out of line. Like you can get a little bit out of line, but you don't want to get too out of line against aggressive people, because then they'll just 3 or 4 bet you out of your seat. And like they just don't care. They don't give a fuck. So. Huh. The olden min check raise, and it gets it done. The min check raise gets it done. Interesting. Hopeful. Queen 7 offsuit, not the greatest of hands. And again, I don't mind playing a bit tight. I'm the second most active on this table. Granted, I am showing a profit, so it's worked out for me, but still, no need to go too crazy, right? No need to go too crazy. 7-4 offsuit, not the greatest of hands. Wait. So. This seems like a pretty easy defend with most hands. But Robin elects to let it go. The 8-10 offsuit. Now this is a very defendable hand for the big blind. Not really a hand I would play in early position, but in later position it's definitely viable. Unless of course you're like facing like a 3 or 4 bet from early position, then it just looks completely awful. But like if it checks around at me, or like even what is this, a 4x 3.5 big blind bet? That's scary, but I think I still call this. No, buddy, why? Ace king to ace king, and I hit my 10 on the river. No, I could have stacked them both. But definitely made the right play folding. There was just too much stuff that dominated me, and as it is, I was completely dominated. Ace king. Fortunately for me, like they both had ace king, so like their outs were pretty counterfeit. But ooh, it was still not a great spot to be in. So you just have to let it go. Just gotta let those spots go. The 7 deuce. Raising from under the gun. And what is that? Like a barely min? That's like almost a min re-raise. Come on. What is with all of these weak re-raises? These weak 3 bets. Like when I, like you saw when I 3 bet it, I got folds. And like ace king, like it's a good hand, but like you also don't really mind a fold too, because there's like so many things that could happen on the flop. I think you have to call this off though. Oh, I did not expect a jam. I think that might have been a little too aggressive. But I mean it works. Why am I a fish? I'm showing the most profit at this table, I think. Since I sat down with it, obviously David has more money than me. But since I sat down 27 hands ago, right? I have an 850 profit. He only has a 630 profit, give or take. Everybody else is losing. He lost $6. Oh no, he has a profit of like $2. He's down 12. So doing pretty good. We are doing pretty okay. Probably got like, let's see, I'm playing 27 hands. We probably got like, I don't know, 5-6 more hands left. And then you gotta wrap it up. Like I said, I only want to play for about 30 minutes, and then regardless of whether I mean, I am kind of crushing this table, so maybe we'll stick around for a little bit longer, but maybe we'll stick around for a little bit longer because we're doing so good. Look at this though. I'd be so sick if I would have flopped like the flush, the ace high flush draw, right? And then have that run out and just like, oh my god, that'd be so sick. That'd be sick, man. I'm actually gonna limp in with aces because I have a feeling that somebody's gonna raise me, and then I can just like re-raise them and just take all the dead money in the middle, because that would be amazing, right? But no, is it just gonna be calls? Is it just gonna be a call? Come on, life is hard. There he is. There it is. Life is hard. Pops it all in. Whoo wee. I mean, I might as well jam. Get it in while my money's good, right? Wow, that is so sick. Ace king, ace queen, and he hits both an ace and a queen at the same time. Oh my god, that was so sick. If a queen would have came, oof. Oh my god, that is so sick. Like, he literally hit the best flop possible for him. Oh, that's so bad. Did I hit the only ace? Was that all? Yeah, I had two. All 4 aces came on the board though. So yeah, he literally only had just like all of his outs still there, his queens. This is a good flop for me to continue on. I have an open-ended straight draw. If I take it down pre, it's great. He does elect to call. I think it's fine. Show a little bit more aggression. Again, if he calls, I'm fine with that, but he doesn't. He does elect to fold, which is great. And we did it! We did it, boys! We are over 100 big blinds. So we are, and it looks like a couple of the fish have decided to leave the table, so we will be ending our session at the end of this hand unless we pick up a monster, and then obviously we'll keep playing then. Check. I think we'll check call one more time. If he does elect to bet, he does have a lot of queen X in his range. He does decide to bet near the pot though. Huh. I don't know what that means. I feel like I'm laying down the best hand, but at the same time, he does have a lot of 9x in his range, and he does have a lot of queen x in his range, both of which I do fine against, assuming an ace comes, but it is a ace with a bad kicker, so, you know, there is that. So with that, I think I'm going to end off the session, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me crushing this table, and I'll see you all in the next episode.